Good afternoon. Today is June 5th, and today I'll continue to be talking about the coronavirus. So the first piece of news I'd like to talk about is that a lingering virus mystery about the coronavirus has always been, why does the virus provoke only mild symptoms in some people while severely sickening others? So some of the factors that are already known are a person's age, underlying conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and obesity, and also smoking may have had a hand in the severity of the infection too. Now, a new study has lends further clues to answer this question, and the first part of the study is that European scientists sequenced the genomes of infected patients in Italy and Spain who required an oxygen supply ventilator to look for genetic traits that the patients shared. The first part of the study that they found was that a person's blood type. Patients with type A blood had a 50% greater chance that they would need oxygen or a ventilator, and while blood type might play a role in COVID-19 infection is unknown, but one idea is that the location on the genome where blood type is determined also contains a structure of DNA that can trigger strong immune responses. It is possible that genetic variations may lead to an overreaction in the immune system, causing extensive inflammation and lung damage. The second part of the study was that a spot in the genome that scientists honed in on has 6 genes, and these 6 genes have showed an extremely strong link to the COVID-19, but scientists are not sure which gene exactly is influencing the course of the virus. So I think this is just interesting in that scientists can use DNA and to check for the similarities in severely sickening in patients, and by doing this we can find out more of the risks of the virus and who is more at risk, so that therefore perhaps when we start to reopening, or when we are reopening, we can protect those who are more at risk and perhaps let them stay at home longer than those who are not as experiencing as much risk too, so that it can help phase with the reopening. The second thing that I'd like to talk about is that the U.S. unexpectedly added 2.5 million jobs in May, reversing some of the losses from pandemic-induced layoffs, with significant gains in sectors such as restaurants, construction, retail, and health services. So the data suggests that reopened states and cities allowed some businesses to bring back furloughed employees, and yet still the employment rate, which fell to 13.3% from 14 to 7% in April, remains higher than in any recent recession, with more than 20 million people out of work. So this just kind of reversed or defied many economists' view of the future, and I think this is really successful in that we can see how strong reopening is, and I think if we continue to reopen, we can bring back more of these employees that have been laid off, and perhaps as a result we can help the economy more as we start to reopen more. And it really shows how in just 1 month of reopening how much that can help for the unemployment. Another fear that lawmakers are taking out of the unexpected upswing is that this could shut off aid prematurely, leaving millions of Americans stranded without work. So I think what the solution for this problem is that we can decrease the amount of aid given to those employees who have found work, and we can just direct that aid directly to ones that really need it, so that we don't have to give out extra money, more money than we need to, and we can target those who are perhaps out of work, filing for unemployment, and we can also target the aid to areas where we need it most, and therefore we can not only decrease the amount of aid given, but also help those who are in need. that's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.